Hi everyone! It has been so exciting to hear all the thinking going into the 3 pictures you might be choosing for our big Slate School project display. I've been thinking about this for my own Rachel Carson project too, and wanted to share with you some of my thoughts about how I'm picking between more than 3 in case it helps you in your process of choosing. First of all, you might notice that I'm using sketches instead of real photographs right now. That's because I don't actually have a printer in my house, so I'm pretending these are my real photos to show you because it was hard to do that on the computer. So I'm trying to be flexible. I hope you'll get to see the original pictures in the display soon. Here are photos of something I created, a way to express my project knowledge using what I found at a certain place, and things in nature that reminded me of information I learned and I think is important to share. So my handwritten captions down at the bottom help explain the information represented in the photo. There's my Rachel Carson ravioli recipe, which you might have seen already, which shares what was most important about Rachel Carson as a scientist and a writer. There's a photo of fiddleheads, or plants, growing out of a hillside that reminded me of periwinkles, or little snails, in the intertidal zone that Rachel Carson studied and wrote about in her books. There is a photo of a tiny pine tree that I thought might be, I imagined it might be a Christmas tree for a mouse, which this is a game that Rachel and her nephew Roger would play when they were walking in the forest. And I also have here a photo of how I used socks on my couch to show that smooth periwinkles, common periwinkles, and rough periwinkles live in different tidal zones, which Rachel Carson studied and wrote about in her books. Now, I really like most of these, and I'm happy I have all of them, but I have to choose just 3. I'm noticing what might be most important is that I choose the 3 that have the information I think others should know. For example, I'm seeing right now that I have 2 pictures, 2 different expressions of the information about periwinkles, the fiddleheads and the one on the couch, which is a really important understanding that I definitely want to share. I might decide to leave one of these to the side though, so that I can share the others. Now I just have to choose which one. Well, if I choose the fiddleheads one here, then it leaves me with these 3, the pine tree, the fiddleheads, and the recipe. But then I would have 2 similar photos of things in nature that reminded me of Rachel Carson, which would be great if I didn't happen to have this other option, the socks on the couch. That makes me feel like maybe I'll pick this one because it shares some of the same information but is pretty different from the other 2 ways I shared what I know. Here. There. That feels pretty good to me. I'll be happy to have the fiddleheads picture for myself, but I think I made a good choice about which photos have the most value for others. You might have a different process for choosing, but it helped me to talk through why I picked the photos I did. No matter where you find your project topic in the world or which photos you choose, you have all learned so much, and we cannot wait to see your photos and your captions.